A very good morning to all the peeps that are kind enough to lend me your time and ears on this morning. Today, I will be hosting a talk show that will be discussing on a never-ending topic, and it is about sexual harassment and sexual abuse. These two topics are currently trending on Twitter and other social media platforms as many of the victims are coming out to reach help for them to overcome their trauma and also spread awareness that the ones that are close to you can also be a predator. Joining me today are our four amazing panels. Firstly, we have Dato Dr. Erina Williams. She graduated from University of Harvard and she is also a psychiatrist to one of our four invited panels, Miss Irene. Miss Irene is one of the sexual abuse and sexual harassment victims. Miss Irene, I am very honored and proud to have you here with me on this day. Next on the queue, we have Irene's mother, Mrs. Myra. Mrs. Myra is such a tough and strong woman to always be there when Irene needs her the most. Last but not least, we have the Ministry of Women, YB Datuk Kasha, with us today as our fourth panel. I would like to thank YB to be able to spend a little bit of a time with us today because she is a very busy woman. Let's not waste any more time. Dato Dr. Erina William, the spotlight is yours.
Thank you to our moderator. Good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Erina Williams. As a doctor that has treated many, I would like to state the cause of this kind of sexual abuse and harassment. Why do these crimes are committed? There are many contributing factors to rape cases, but today I would like to highlight the factors that are believed to the biggest contributors to the problem of rape, no matter in which country. The root of this problem can be divided into three groups, which are about society, community, and individual. First is a society that gives men control over women's behavior. They agreed that women's dress seems to deliberately change the man. So, what about the news about dogs, cows, and various animals that have been raped? Do we have to dress the animals in polite clothes? What about the case of women wearing niqab and burqa raped? Next is the weak social restrictions on perpetrators of sexual abuse, where we are actually less sensitive to the problem of crime that occurs. So, rapists will feel less hunted and feel more comfortable to commit the crime without thinking about the impact on the victim and even themselves. The victim should immediately report the matter to the police so that the rapist can be punished. Instead of keeping quiet and letting the rapist free without guilt and without worrying about going through it to other women as well. And lastly is because rapists are having coercive sexual fantasies. Okay, so how? How they can have the delusion? There is no denying whether boys or adults have ever or are still watching pornographic videos. So it is not surprising when they see women in public They are easily aroused because at that time they imagine they could treat the woman as in the fantasy video. There are those who cannot handle with the feeling and treat the disgusting thing against their girlfriend, strangers, siblings, and even do that to animals by force. So it is not it is unnecessary to blame the victims and stop saying, "Oh, when you wear like that, you're asking for that." Okay, that's it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Erina. I agree with what you have said. 70% of sexual assault cases from men are caused by men. So I would like to highlight, since this issue are frequently connected to religion, saying that women should cover their aura. They need to cover their aura. Well, I would like to highlight also that our religion said that men should lower their gaze. We are living in a multi-racial and multi-religion country. So it's a need for us to respect others' belief. If you're saying that we really need to cover our aura because we are Muslims, then what about the non-Muslims? What should they wear? Their religion didn't really tell them that they really need to cover their aura. So at this point, we should really tolerate with each other. I do believe that we hold the right to wear whatever we want as long as we are comfortable with it. Um,
Good morning.
Boleh cut je kan?
I'm back to
Okay.
all. Good morning. I'm back to all panels. My name is Intan Nur Irene, and I am one of the victims of sexual abuse. As a victim, the audience might be expecting me to tell what happened to me or how it happened. From what I remember, this incident happened when I was in primary school. At that time, I was waiting for my mother at the bus stop in front of my school. Then there was a man who suddenly popped up and approached me by sitting beside me. He gave me a lollipop, but I refused it. But he kept forcing me to take lollipop. After I took it, the man kept asking me a lot of questions about myself, but I ignored them. But I ignored. Then he suddenly put his hand around my shoulder and tried to hug me. I pushed him very hard. When I tried to scream, he ran away. This incident was still clear and fresh in my mind. But whenever I recall these memories, it re-traumatizing me. I told I told a story to one of my best friends about how the man approached me and what he did to me. After that, my friend kept the distance between me. They left me all alone. At that time, I felt very sad, and I also decided to change school after that. So, I am here to tell you how the event has affected my daily life. I also too young at that time, and I don't know who to trust. I don't know nothing after the incident happened. I became lost. I keep it into myself without opening up to anybody anymore, including my own mother, because I felt disgusted although I was a victim. My mental health was really screwed up at that time. I didn't even eat for days. I just feel like being all in my room. It was really depressing. Sometimes I blame myself for everything that has happened without knowing the reason why I did it. I also try hurting myself due to depression and anxiety. I often think about what will happen in the future. Will the society be able to accept me? What has happened to me? I Google could the effect of this behavior, and this may lead to mental issues such as panic attack, trauma, and also anxiety. As for someone with career, they will experience that motivation and this will affect their work and even their daily life. And their chances to get promotion in order to live a better life as the event can cause really bad distraction. I think that's only for me as a victim of one of the sexual abuse. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Irene. It is very pleasant to hear that you are recovering from the issue. Our mental health is very important to us, and we should always take a good care of it. If you feel depressed or anxiety, you should always find someone to look up and talk about it so you don't feel left out or feel alone. So, next on the line, we have a very strong woman, Miss Myra. I leave it to you then.
Thank you to our dearest host. As a mother, I will never have expected that things would turn out to be this way. It really breaks my heart to see my daughter being in such sorrow. No mother has the heart to see their children feeling vulnerable and lost. Here is a few steps on how I handle Irene when things like this happen. Firstly, don't ignore the harassment. It usually doesn't go away by itself and may get worse if no action is taken. What you should do is please remain calm and listen to what your child tell you with open mind and don't be too quick to judge them. If you become visibly upset, your child may think you are mad at them and may try to change their story. And please avoid specific actions or words that make them uncomfortable. Their feelings matters at this point as we doesn't want them to feel lost or useless anymore. You need to press or support your child for telling you about the abuse was not her fault. And please keep a written record of the incident of harassment. This will be important if an investigation becomes necessary. For the parents out there are many things we can do to prevent this thing from happening again. As a parent, we need to be a proactive parent, such as spending quality time with your children, knowing their latest interests, or maybe having a daily interaction with each other. Also, we as a parents need to be aware of who their children's best friends are, the places they usually hang out, and who they usually call, chat, or text with. We also should always be present when our children need to tell us a story and always listen attentively to their concerns and problems. Mm, Lastly, just to remind for the parents out there, don't dare to leave your child with a stranger. I think that all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Myra, for that. I do believe that sexual assault and sexual harassment happens in all kind and all forms. If a guy slides into your DM with inappropriate pics, you should really report to MCMC or block or expose them so that we can spread awareness. So lastly, we have YB Kasha. So you may proceed.
Thank you. I'm Ministry of Women Ready Dato Fasha.
I've been receiving many reports and the statistics of sexually involved cases without consent has been appraising year by year, day by day lately. It is very heartbreaking to listen up to some of the victims coming out from their trauma, behaving themselves, although many are against them. There are a few tips on how we can prevent such events. If you think you are being sexually harassed at work, these are few examples of what you can do. This is a personal decision. And in order to figure out the right path for you, you might have to seek out legal advice tailored to your situation. But here are a few things you can do to start. First of all, you can document it. You can begin You can begin keeping a record if you decide to report sexual harassment. It will help you. It will help if you are able to point to specific dates and very specific comments or behaviors. So, when that college brushes up against you or your boss makes another dirty joke at the staff, write it down. Next, give time and make it clear that it's on record. First, try this approach critically when dealing with behavior. For example, you could try saying, not give me any compliments. It makes me uncomfortable. Or not give me any compliments. Or you shouldn't communicate in that way. It's offensive to me. Other than that, you can consult a lawyer. Theoretically, you don't need a lawyer to report sexual harassment. But if you find the situation confusing, need advice on whether certain behaviors, or have reason to worry that your employer won't respond kindly or effectively to a report, you might want to seek legal advice. Many states and cities have their own anti-discrimination laws, and it's always worth reading up. You can try to get any advice at law firm to know about sexual harassment. First of all, you can see you can seek any help with you from getting sexual harassment at work. That's all from me. Thank you.
Sekejap Sekejap. Sekejap.
Okay, I agree with all the points given there. Thank you, Kasha. This is an issue that is very common since it has recorded an uprising number of cases. I would never have thought that one would blame the victim for what they are wearing or how they acted. Nobody ever deserved to be sexually harassed in such way. I hope that the judgmental society could open up their eyes and minds to see that we are living together despite our race and religion. Wearing anything that is revealing or behaving in any kind of way is never a ticket to sexually assault someone. That is all from us. We'll see each other again in the next episode. Thank you.